After much thinking and talking, I have decided not to stand in this election. It was a difficult decision to make, especially after what's been a very considerable and unprecedented legacy of almost 40 years of an independent seat in Dublin Central, held by the late Tony Gregory for 27 years and by me for over 10 and a half years. I've worked hard in a respectful way to raise constituency issues, especially for the North Inner City, and also raise national and international issues. They ranged over addiction, mental health, disability, community empowerment, housing, youth, services and education, and it's great to see history back in its place on the junior cert. I've worked with new communities, with prisoners, with the group Justice for the Forgotten who have been affected by the Dublin Monaghan bombings. I worked in relation to Moore Street, the Magdalen Laundries and also Ireland's neutrality. And while progress is being made on animal welfare, it's disappointing that cruelty continues, but I do believe that we will see an end to live hare coursing soon. I'm sorry not to be here to complete my sex offenders bill, which would have made it difficult for those convicted of child sexual abuse in Ireland from being able to abuse children in countries where there is a sex trade involving children. And I'm also sorry not being able to progress my planned legislation on business and human rights due diligence. I've been persistent on tax justice, especially corporate tax, persistent on human rights for those in the developing world, communities and Indigenous peoples who risk their lives campaigning for justice, accountability and in exposing corruption. I've supported our development aid, poverty-focused and untied. Being part of Independent for Change has been very positive, it's been very enjoyable. We cooperated, we collaborated, we also disagreed and we voted differently from each other sometimes. Real independence, and I wish my colleagues well. Everything I've said and done has been through a commitment to social justice, equality and fairness. Finally, I want to thank those who voted for me, who followed me on Facebook and Twitter. I want to thank all the Oireachtas staff, but very especially my own staff. And finally, a massive thank you to the canvassers and friends for their support, commitment, energy, enthusiasm, good humour, and not only at election times. I think we can be very proud of our contribution. It's been an honour to serve Dublin Central and to have extended the independent seat after Tony's death.